Chapter 1. The Beginning. My name is Jason Carter, a man who once believed love and happiness were a straight path. I thought that when you found the right person, everything else would naturally fall into place, but that illusion was shattered 1 week before my wedding. Ashley Williams came into my life during the fall of 2015. I still remember the crisp air, the golden leaves scattering across the sidewalks, and the way she smiled at me when we first met at a mutual friend's gathering. She had this light in her, a brightness that made everything around her seem warmer, more vibrant. We clicked immediately, our conversations flowing effortlessly. Within months, we became inseparable. Our relationship blossomed quickly. We traveled, cooked together, and dreamed about the future. Ashley was caring, ambitious, and had a quirky sense of humor that never failed to make me laugh, even on the toughest days. She supported my career ambitions while pursuing her own. It felt like we were building a life together, brick by brick, dream by dream. When I proposed to her on a snowy evening in December under twinkling Christmas lights, she cried tears of joy and said yes. That moment felt like the culmination of every good decision I'd ever made. We spent months planning the wedding, picking out flowers, tasting cakes, arguing about seating charts, and laughing about how complicated love could be. I thought we were invincible, that no storm could ever tear us apart. But life has a way of testing the strength of our foundations when we least expect it. Chapter 2. The Preparation for Marriage. The months leading up to the wedding were a whirlwind of activity. Between work and wedding planning, we barely had time to breathe, yet every moment felt meaningful. There were late-night talks about our dreams, debates over honeymoon destinations, and whispered promises under the covers about our future family. Ashley seemed a bit more distracted as the big day approached, but I chalked it up to stress. Everyone said wedding planning could be overwhelming. She was still loving, still present, or so I thought. I was too blinded by my own excitement to notice the subtle shifts, the way her phone never left her side anymore, the late-night texts she said were from her bridesmaids, the vague explanations when she worked late. Looking back, the signs were there, but I trusted her implicitly. After all, we were about to vow our lives to each other. What could possibly go wrong? Chapter 3. The Doubts Creep In. One evening after a long day at work, I decided to surprise her with dinner. I picked up her favorite takeout and rushed home, eager to spend a quiet evening together. As I entered our apartment, I found her standing by the window, dressed to the nines in a black cocktail dress, sheer stockings, and high heels. A string of pearls adorned her neck. She looked stunning, breathtaking even, but her eyes, they didn't light up when she saw me. Instead, they darted away, filled with something I couldn't immediately place: guilt, fear, avoidance. I didn't expect you home so early," she stammered. A knot formed in my stomach. "Where are you going looking so beautiful?" She hesitated, avoiding my gaze. "I'm meeting a friend." "A friend who?" She wouldn't meet my eyes. "Just a friend." "Is it a man?" I asked, my voice sharper than intended. Her silence was deafening. That was the moment my heart started to crack. Chapter 4. The Night of Betrayal. "Tell me his name," I demanded, my voice trembling. Ashley hesitated before whispering, "Brandon Miller." My world collapsed in that instant. Brandon Miller was my boss, my mentor, a man I admired and trusted. "Brandon," I repeated, but barely believing. She nodded, tears streaming down her cheeks. I couldn't breathe. Anger, betrayal, devastation, all crashing down on me at once. "You don't deserve me," I said, my voice hollow. "There will be no wedding." I turned away, unwilling to see her broken expression, and walked out the door. But fate had more cruelty in store for me. Chapter 5. The Discovery. Later that night, I found her phone abandoned on the table. Against my better judgment, I unlocked it. What I found shattered whatever remnants of hope I had. Messages, sweet, secretive messages between Ashley and Brandon, plans for secret getaways, declarations of love. It hadn't been a mistake. It had been deliberate. The front door creaked open again. Ashley stood there, her face a portrait of guilt and sorrow. "Jason, please," she whispered. "I love you. I just needed to prove something to myself." Her words were nonsense to me. Prove what? That she could destroy everything we had. My phone buzzed, a message from an unknown number. "We need to talk. Brandon is dead." Chapter 6. The Fall. Shock washed over me in icy waves. Dead. How? When? Why? Ashley's face paled. No, no, this can't be happening, she whispered. But it was real. I stumbled back, my mind reeling. I couldn't stay there, couldn't face her, couldn't face anything. The next few hours were a blur of numbness and disbelief. Chapter 7: Death and Tragedy. The police station was cold and sterile. A grim-faced officer sat across from me, his eyes heavy with the burden of too many tragedies. Jason, he said, we have reason to believe Brandon's death wasn't an accident. I stared at him numb. His wife Monica discovered the affair. She confronted him. Things escalated. She shot him. I couldn't comprehend it. The pain had spiraled beyond betrayal into irreversible tragedy. Monica was in custody. Ashley was destroyed, and I was lost. Chapter 8: Investigation. Over the following weeks, I was pulled into the investigation, questioned, scrutinized. Every painful detail of Ashley and Brandon's betrayal laid bare for strangers to dissect. Monica had received an anonymous letter. She hadn't just suspected, she had known. Someone at Brandon's office had tipped her off. Maybe it was guilt. Maybe it was revenge. It didn't matter. The result was the same: death, ruin, devastation. Chapter 9: Loneliness and Pain. Ashley disappeared from my life after that night. Whether it was guilt or shame, I didn't know. I didn't care. I tried to pick up the pieces, but everywhere I turned, I found memories of her. Laughter that once filled our home now echoed mockingly in the silence. Friends tried to help. Family offered support. But no one could touch the wound that festered inside me. Every night, I battled nightmares of betrayal and death. Every morning, I woke up feeling like a ghost haunting my own life. Chapter 10: A New Chance. Months later, I met Emily Turner, a soft-spoken woman with kind eyes and a quiet strength. She never pried, never pushed. She simply offered her presence, her patience. Bit by bit, she helped me breathe again. Chapter 11: Acceptance of the Past. One evening, watching the sunset together, Emily asked, "How do you feel about Ashley now?" I thought long and hard. It wasn't hatred. Not anymore. It was sadness, regret. I regret what could have been, I said, but I can't change the past. Emily smiled and squeezed my hand. For the first time in a long time, I felt hope. Life isn't about what we lose. It's about what we choose to build. Betrayal had broken me, but it hadn't ended me. I was still here, still breathing, still capable of love. And that was enough.